Everybody, I'm Donna Frasca, and welcome to Mornings with a Medium. So there's been a lot of changes lately, all these timeline shifts and all kinds of fun stuff going on. And that's good because if you feel like there's been a shift for you, then follow that shift. Don't be afraid of it or say, "Oh no, I have to stick to my routine." Excuse me. I have to stick to my routine and, that's the way it's been and that's the way it will always be. No, that's how you become stagnant and that doesn't feel good. As you know, everything's energy. So just go with the flow, follow your energy. And if you feel like doing something, I'm not talking about, going out and buying a car or, getting a new set of dishes or something silly like that. I'm talking about life-changing things, things that make you feel good. Definitely consider doing that. For example, I mean, I've been going through a tremendous amount of change. I mentioned it before on my lives and on these recorded videos and in my notes and articles that this time next year, I will be living here in these mountains. I'm not there now. I go here like every other weekend, and that's a big change. And I mean, it's just magic. And along with that, so my surroundings change, but I'm changing as well. So I'm changing my focus, the things that I really want to do and focus on. So as time is short, or time goes fast. And if we get tired of doing the same things over and over and over and over again, right? So silly. So what I'm doing is I used to go live on Thursdays, and I'm not doing that anymore because it just didn't feel, I mean, it was fun and it was great to meet all these other people, but I'm like, there's something more, there's something else. And that's these videos where I can just ramble on about whatever it is that I want to chat about that I feel is important, at the moment. And that's the way it should be, just off scripted and off the cuff and just be your authentic self. Throat chakra. And right, Walter? My Walter. And baby. I would kiss him, but then he'd have a big pink lip on his head. All right. Anyway, so the lives that I used to do on Thursday have stopped. I'm going to be doing more of these mornings with the medium, just one. And if you have questions, let me know. Now, the other thing I'm doing is I'm going back to teaching my classes, which I loved to do. And I like super small classes because it can be one-on-one, one-on-one. So yeah, so I mean, look on my profile page because that's pretty much all I'm going to be talking about. It's all related to mediumship and our senses and our clairs and our chakras, all the fun stuff that I talk about anyway. It's just a focus, okay? All right, so today I'm going to talk about unlearning. What's unlearning? It's something that we've learned that we're like, okay, well, the teacher, mentor, whatever, just taught me that. I hear it, I understand it, but it doesn't sit well with me. We need to unlearn that and find something that does sit well with you. I talk about this in mediumship. When oh gosh, in 2014, when I took a boatload of courses and certifications and all that blah, 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 I was like a sponge. I just listened, learned, and took with me what resonated. And everything else, even though it came from a seasoned guru, I'm like, nope, that does not resonate with me. For example, like I said, I was talking about unlearning. There's things that some of these people talk about that just don't make sense to me. I mean, the list is a mile long. Let's see, what can I talk about? Okay, grounding, for example. Everybody talks about, not everybody, mostly everybody, in these groups, in these circles. Okay, let's join them, but first we're going to do a meditation. No, meditation is on my time, in my timeline with my words and my thoughts. I mean, everybody's different. Some people love these meditations, and they are cool, they are good. I'm not going to say that, but it just was a little inkling in me that says, no, I don't like to sit here and listen to somebody else take me into meditation. That does not resonate with me, so I don't do it. I mean, it also eliminates a lot of things that I want to do, like if people are in Zoom or in circles or whatever. I'm like, I want to join, but they're like, okay, let's meditate first. I'm like, never mind. All right, so there's that. And then there's grounding. Okay, Walter. Then there's grounding, where mostly 99% of the people that I've come across, they talk about the tree and the trunk, and now you're the roots. Now you're going into the ground, and now you're safe and secure. I'm like, no, I don't want to be a tree. I don't want to be in the ground. It does not resonate. I'm like, why? When you ground, and I get it. I understand that, you're in the ground, you're part of the earth, you're rooted. I understand that. But for some reason, for me, it doesn't feel good. And I'm not doing it. I don't do it. Do I still ground? Yes, absolutely. But I do it a different way. Again, I talk about this in my classes, but it's basically, instead of being in the ground, I visualize myself above the ground, above the earth. That feels good. In the multi-universe, that's where I am when I ground. Who does that? Who grounds up in the sky? I do. I do. And there's a reason for that. But anyway, all right, guys, 10 minutes, 8 minutes in. I keep these videos short. And again, if you want to join these classes that I'm going to be talking about all the time, scroll down on my profile page. And if you're not on Substack, they're in Substack. And the details will be there. But it's fun, it's exciting. And these are tips that work well for me as a medium. Not going to work well for every single person, but it's worth a try. If you're one of those people who, get a tree and they say, okay, I'm grounding, I'm a tree now, I'm in the ground. Okay, you're in the dirt, you're in the ground. What do you see there? Okay, try something different. Go up in the air, go up in the sky, sit on a cloud. Next time you ground from the sky and look down, look around, and look up. It feels so much better. Just try it. You'll like it. All right, guys, mornings with the medium. More to come.